Hi, everybody. My name is Claire Schneider, and this is my internship impact video. So first, just a quick introduction of the position. I recently completed a virtual internship with the Daytona Tortugas, which is the single A affiliate for the Cincinnati Reds, and they're based out of Daytona Beach, Florida. And I worked as their front office staff intern where I supported all of the departments as needed. And overall, it was just a really hands-on experience, even though it was remote, which let me step outside my comfort zone and gain more experience in the sports industry. So the situation that I chose to focus on during this presentation was being asked to help revamp the kids shop section of the team's online store. And this was a pretty new challenge for me since most of my earlier work in the internship had just focused on community outreach materials or social media graphics. The merchandise team just wanted a new, fun digital banner that would appeal to families and kind of highlight the different apparel and gifts. And this is mainly because the kids' inventory wasn't being purchased as much online as the other apparel. So overall, this project was just bigger than anything I had done digitally for them so far. And ultimately, I knew that it would require more time and coordination and just kind of creative work. So moving on to the tasks that I was given, my responsibilities included designing 3 to 5 branded banners that would fit into the correct format for the website. And these banners needed to be colorful and engaging, and they just had to showcase the merchandise in a way that made it really easy for customers to navigate the shop. For this, I had to use Shopify.com, which is what the merchandise team uses to take inventory of everything they have. So this was something I'd never done before. And then from there, I had to use Canva for the final product. And I was expected to do this while managing other smaller graphic requests for the social medias, and then staying in touch with the merchandise team for different feedback, and then balancing it with all of my academic course load. So overall, this was just a real test of like my time management and like creative consistency. So moving on to the actions that I took to address those different tasks, I first started with Canva, which I have used before, but never for something of this format. So I started experimenting with the new tools. I had the pro version, so using the background remover, which was necessary because I had to take all of the images I wanted to use from Shopify. So I first taught myself the basics of that website where I could choose different items that were in stock. So I didn't want to advertise something that we weren't selling at the moment. I then created several mock-ups, each with slight variations in like the layout and the tone, so that the team had different options to choose from. And throughout this process, I did make sure to kind of take that initiative and ask questions about what they really wanted, and then testing designs across the different screens and incorporating all of their feedback. So overall, I had to stay really organized to keep up with the project, as well as the other graphics, like I mentioned, and then all of my schoolwork and exams. So to do this, I kind of mapped out a daily plan and blocked out different times for the different work. So looking at the results, the top banner is the one that the team ended up going with for the website, and the ones below were some of the other options that I made. The team really appreciated how I kind of like took lead on the creative direction while staying flexible with all of their great suggestions, and it just felt really good to contribute something that had a direct visual and functional impact on the website because I'd only kind of worked with the socials digitally before. And so even though I was working remote, it definitely felt like part of the team. It was definitely super different from being in person, but it was incredibly rewarding to kind of see my work live on the official site, and just like kind of boost that visibility for the shop. And then looking back, I think this project helped me grow in a few different ways. I became much more confident in using Canva for like the professional design, and then I picked up some new tech skills using Shopify for the first time, and then overall kind of learned how to manage completing these different tasks under some time crunches. So this showed me that I really enjoyed kind of the intersection of like gaining confidence in the marketing area and then the fan engagement, kind of all essential parts of working in sports. And I just think this was a really great experience in marketing. Overall, I do think that this internship kind of reaffirmed my goal to work in events or operations, or maybe a position somewhere that blends kind of the marketing aspect with the more community impact. I really like the hands-on focus, but I am really grateful for the Tortugas giving me the space to kind of work in the marketing realm with some stuff I'd never done before. So thank you so much for listening.